What has God done for you today? If you've never talked with the Holy Spirit, I highly recommend it. Jesus sent Him when He left to comfort us, to teach us, to remind us of what we have been taught. We talk to God a lot, we talk to Jesus a lot, we need to talk to the Holy Spirit a lot. He abides in us. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever, and He never changes. And He's all three in one. A pastor is a shepherd with a flock. A rancher is a shepherd with a flock. So that large he must hire other shepherds to do work while he manages. I could not do what the pastors at bigger churches do, so I do what God would have me to do. We are all given an opportunity today. We are all given tasks to do. God has called each and every one of us to do His work today. And while we're on this life, we need to obey God and walk in the callings that God has called us to walk in. We are what we are, or we am what we am, or am. We should be totally committed to serving our community. My desire and your desire is to seek the ways to get those out of these walls and into our community. If the Holy Spirit leads people to come within our walls and we experience growth, it will be at His prompting. What we are, and that's all that matters. But we are what God has called us to be. My question to you is, what can we do to grow? But rather, what can we do to impact the community? We all can't be preachers. We all can't be teachers. We all can't be singers, evangelists, etc. But we can all do something for God. We can all impact someone's life today. We can all make a difference in someone's life. What difference are you making in another's life today? As we look around, there's different people in different areas. Some are strong, some are weak, some are milk, some are on meat. Some are saints, some are sinners. But it's our duty to reach, to teach, and to preach to all that have an ear to hear today. Whatever God is speaking to you, that's what you need to do. If God's calling you to preach, you need to preach. If God's calling you to teach, you need to teach. If God's calling you to evangelize, you need to evangelize. If God's calling you to sing, you need to sing. If God's just calling you to be a witness, that's what you need to do. Even though all of us won't be preachers or teachers or singers or etc., we can all do something for God, and that's witness for God. We can all lead someone to church. We can all help someone that's struggling along the way. And we can all be that person that God has called us to be. And that should be our desire, to do what God has called us to be today. Throughout all these hills that you can see, those that's on YouTube, the hills of Kentucky, the hills are out there. People are beyond those hills. People are beyond those trees. And there's people today that, like many others, need to hear from God. Beyond this house walls, people need to hear from God. There's people that God is calling to do things today. And it's our duty and our job to go and do exactly what God has called us to do today. What has God called you to do? We need to impact our community, and we need to make a difference and an impact in someone's life today.